Well, yesterday I had an unexpected visit by my nephews, and safe to say we weren't gonna be able to do this on Sunday, but it's time for the World Series on this special Monday afternoon game. Um, So, with all that said, it's time! Alright. So, as you can see, Atlanta leads in the best of three series, 1-0, and if Atlanta wins, they become the World Series champions, just like they did in real life. However, if the Yankees win, they force a decisive game 3, and that's where we are right now. So I'm just going to let a few people know before we start the game, but I hope everyone is staying safe as, man, it just never seems to end. Just when we think we're just out of the tunnel, it's just heartbreaking, but I'm not going to dwell too much about that. Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to let them know, and as I do, I am going to start the game. So let's do that. So, as I said, this is a best of 3. So, Atlanta wins this, they win the World Series. New York wins this, they force a game 3. And it will take place back in New York. So, big opportunity for the Atlanta Braves to win this. So, let's get on with it. Okay. There we go. Now, oh, right. We still have to hit that. So that's the pitching matchup. My good friend Clinton will take on Charlie Morton. And there's the brackets for the moment. But we also have John and L. Meister for the New York Yankees. And for Atlanta, you have PPF, Walter Johnson, Chris Clark, and Rob Parks. And speaking of which, I'll let some of those guys know.
MLB's coverage of baseball on the show brings us to the home of the Braves, Truist Park. Game 2 of the World Series between the New York Yankees and the Atlanta Braves. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game.
Yep, that's right, Joshua. They did win Game 1. So the Braves win here, they win it all.
Up against the ropes right away, and it allows you to be aggressive going for the win in Game 2.
And I will say this, though. If the Braves win, it's over, and then we move on to the Super Bowl for this coming weekend. However, if the Yankees win, then we will focus on the World Series this weekend instead. And, oh yeah, Joshua, I do have something to ask you, and I'll ask you in the DMs. But there you see the Braves and New York taking the field. Or Atlanta and New York, you know what I mean. Okay.
Charlie Morton is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yep, it will be huge, but it's all going to come down to whether Charlie Morton is going to play a great game. But same thing with Clinton on his end.
They're expecting more than 4 innings, hopefully a win, too, out of this guy in this one.
Ozzie Albies will come on defensively now as he takes over his second.
Number 1, Ozzie Albies.
And stepping in.
And wait, we have Ozzie Albies stepping in. Not sure what the substitution was for. Also, hello to Brandon Cuevas. I'm not sure why it just showed up all of a sudden. But anyway, great to see you, Brandon.
First pitch of the game is taken for ball 1 as we're underway tonight from Truist Park. In prior outings against Charlie Morton, he's 0 for 9.
And of course, here you have Urshela, who has never hit anything off of Charlie Morton before. Already up 1-0. Fouls it off.
Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time.
Yep. Yep, there he is. And he hits it, but he doesn't get very much on that one. 1 down.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup.
So you have Aaron Judge, MBN John, Giancarlo Stanton, and then of course you have Elmeister in the 7th spot, and the starting pitcher, Clinton, batting 9th.
You tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
That's absolutely right, Mr. Joshua. And speaking of Judge, ooh, good shot, but a bit too far foul.
Here's the 1-1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Two and two.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
And that's the first strikeout for Charlie Morton. Look at that. Yeah, just absolutely fooled him, got him to swing early and missed. So great job there by Charlie Morton, as he's off to a good start as far as being a starter. But now it's up to MBN John to get something going.
Ball hit out to Albies at second base.
And he hits it, but he hits it right to Albies, and they ended off 1-2-3.
1-2-3 go the Bombers. And now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. Clinton Buckeye will be on the bump for game 2 of the series.
All right, well, there you see our good friend Clinton, as he himself is going to start.
Knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut 1 time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
So stepping in is Ronald Acuna. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch.
And he hits it, but he does not hit it far enough. 1 pitch, 1 down.
And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, I know I'm stating the obvious, but the middle of the order has to.
And hey, what's up, PPF Gamer?
That are playing way above their
good to see you, man.
on the periphery, and it's time for them to look and see the big boys do their job.
And of course, PPF is on the squad right now.
Here's the first baseman,
as we have Freddie Freeman.
Look at a fastball in there on the outer half.
So yeah, now we get to see a pitching matchup. Well, pitching batting matchup between Clinton and PPF.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. High fly
And he
ball
hits
out
this
to
one.
straightaway center.
But he hits it right to John, and
There
that's
now, and he has it
4
2
pitches
gone.
up, 2 down.
That is good.
At the plate now is Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna tried earlier and it did not work. I don't know why it does that. It's so, you know, sometimes YouTube just does some stupid things. I don't know why they do that.
Now the pitch.
Oh, they got a slider
Bases are
very, very low on that strike zone, but just enough.
and it's quickly
Fouls it off, and
0-2.
0-2 in the favor of Clinton.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees,
Went for a curveball, but he didn't swing at that, so Clinton's going to have to come up with something else.
Breaking stuff, 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Yeah, exactly, PPF.
So 1-2.
Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Clinton.
Down in order goes
Yeah, I heard about that, and, well, and if that's the case, then this might be the last time that you'll see Ozuna, for a long, long time. I don't know what happened, though. The jury's still really out on what really happened, unless you actually know what happened, so there you go. But now here comes Giancarlo Stanton. He hits it, but he hits it right to Wally, and Wally with the big arm gets him out at first.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And let's focus our
I mean, if it's anything like with what happened with Trevor Bauer,
not known necessarily for his defensive
or
acumen, more of a big
what was it?
guy on the offensive side. He has got to control this game.
I know his last name is Bauer. I forgot if it's Trevor Bauer or John Bauer, but I do remember Bauer got administrative leave himself. And up next is Luke Voigt.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A ball and a strike. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate,
Wow, 22nd round pick. Man, he's done pretty well for himself as Luke.
One inning, he'll be given that inside corner.
Oh, Trevor Bauer. Okay, so I had it right.
Much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you can
And it's not only terrible for him. Again, we still don't know if any of the things that he was accused of is true. But the only thing I know is that ever since it came to light with this, with these, or what is it, with this administrative leave, Bauer hasn't said anything. He has not released a video on his own channel, and ever since then he's been very quiet. And now Luke Voigt gets himself a free base as he gets walked. And now Luke Voigt is now on first with a walk, and
But he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Next up is
so a start for New York as they are down 1 out.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Fouls it off, 0-1. And he does not swing at that one, and that's going to be a ball.
Just a little bit earlier than he intended.
The 1-1 home.
And wow, what a shot, but not far enough.
Under it is Ozuna, and there are
And Ozuna, well, he was going to try to gun him down, but thought better of it.
So now to the
Well, up next is our boy, the Elmeister. Good shot there, and oh, he went for a dive, but he missed it. And Elmeister manages to get to second on that hit. Although, what's the official ruling here? I mean, good hit there. Went for a dive, but he could not bring it in. I guess that's going to be a hit then.
So now to the plate, Gary Sanchez.
Yeah, the thing with Gleyber Torres, you look at him and think he's just a contact hitter, but he's got some power. Yeah, that is absolutely true. I always thought of him the opposite. I always thought he was the guy that got power and was less of a contact hitter, but hey, I didn't know. You know, sometimes perception is reality. Though it's not always true. But now the Yankees have a major opportunity to blow this open early. He swings and misses, and wow. I mean, those are the types of things that the Yankees cannot afford to do, and that is leave men on base, especially in scoring position. So, yeah, that was not Charlie Morton's finest, but he manages to get one, or get out of that situation.
Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
The catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
And of course, d'Arnaud has not hit for average, but he tends to get the job done when it counts the most. Am I still on the Royals, TJ? Yes, although at this time the Royals already got eliminated, and also Wally's here. That's true. But yeah, you're still technically on the Royals right now, but right now we're in the World Series, the former Met. But outside of that, how's everything going, Mr. DKO? And also, didn't realize that d'Arnaud was a former Met, and he also struck out. So good start there for Clinton as he's shutting him down.
Set and the pitch.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher,
anyway, there you see the shift.
Get ahead, get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Here's the 0-1.
I'm doing good. Thunderstorms on a Monday. Well, hopefully you stay. Well, we'll stay safe though.
That's kind of the name of the game.
Just doing good. Just wore out from working a total of 50 hours this week. Wow.
It's bunching 3 or 4 hits together an inning.
And well, he swings and misses, and they'll have to throw him out to get him out. They do. 2 down.
3 or 4 hits off of. That's one of the reasons why he's one of the better pitchers.
Into the box.
Well, here comes our good friend, the Autism Rob, or Rob Parks, whatever you want to call him.
Now the first pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0 delivery.
And so far, Rob not going to swing at anything. So Clinton's going to have to mix up his pitches or get him to swing at something or get him to hit a ground ball or something. And just as I say that, he does exactly what I thought he would do. Or rather, what he should do. But yeah, I do feel bad for those who have to work longer than they really should.
The 2-1 home.
And swing and a miss.
This offense just doesn't look like they came to play today. Ugly swing after ugly swing. Just needs to be a better approach across the board.
And he hits this, but it's foul.
But this will wind up being a foul ball.
Count is still the same. And now it's a full count. See, that's the thing. I knew the Mets were in the World Series in 2015, but you know, Travis d'Arnaud never really stood out as you know, he never really stood out as someone who I would remember from that time. All right, well, another 1-2-3 inning in the favor of the Yankees, as Clinton himself is finally going to go to bat.
Now at the plate, Clinton Buckeye. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
So now we get to see how Clinton is going to do against his fellow pitcher, Charlie Morton.
Here's the first pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Got
well, I mean, that's really no secret as far as Kevin Owens. Anyway, hits that off and fouls it off, but yeah, that's no surprise, really. And then Jeff, you know, of course, wants to be with his brother Matt. And 3 straight swings and 3 straight misses. Dill pickle chicken nuggets. Well, unless you like dill pickle, I don't. But, you know, more power to you. Oh, that's right. He was a former Houston Astro. I'm just more familiar with his work today, not so much right like when he was with the Astros. So the only thing I remember about Gio was that he was a. Actually, I forgot what team he was on. I think he was on the Phillies before he got to. Oh no, wait, he was with Toronto. Anyway, a couple of foul balls and already down 0-2 in the count. This time he hits it, but he hits it right to Wally, and Wally will throw him out at first. 2 down.
So the bases are empty with 2 gone now. And that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge.
Well, now the Judge is up. We'll see what happens here. Well, he's not going to swing at that, so. And in fact, as you can see, he's only had 1 hit in 13 attempts. Or at-bats, as they say.
Hey, with 2 outs in the number 2 hole, you're just trying to get on. You got the big boys coming up behind you.
Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for the second.
Oh, well, he got him with a bit high in the strike zone, but still in. And then Walter's just saying to DKO, get some rest. Like, he's just saying, get some rest, my buddy. Now, I will say this. I do approve of the Cleveland team now being named the Guardians. Although, had I known that that was going to happen, I would have just held off on, you know, for the next game. But, of course, I can't do that.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up.
You know, of course, I'm not made of money, you know. Swing and a miss, and that's it. Right now, Morton and Flippin are doing a great job. Clinton, that is, doing a great job, as between the 2 of them, they only have 1 hit given up. I mean, I was happy for the Lions just because, you know, it's like when you lose for so long, you don't really know what winning feels like until it happens. And when you finally do win, it just feels like, okay, if it feels that sweet, let's do it. You know, it's like, so yeah, it was kind of like their Super Bowl win in a way. So yeah, I was happy for the Lions, although, like, I only have a few people, or a few friends rather, that, you know, were not so happy given that they are Vikings fans. And then, of course, there is Jose in the chat, but also Walter is going head-to-head with Clinton. You know, could this be a WrestleMania matchup? Well, he swings at that, and now it's 0-2.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, it's still scoreless, but we've had games where it was scoreless up until the later innings, and then it just busted open. All right, so 1-2 is the count, as Clinton has him on the ropes a little bit. Fouls it off. Same count.
Another 1-2 delivery.
And, well, barely fouls that off. Well, right now, Johnson is making Clinton work for his strikes. He's working for this out. And, well, he's not going to swing that low.
Yeah, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And he looks at a full
And
strike three.
anyway, I was just checking to see if anyone was at my house.
There's a hole in his
But
swing at that
as I
location.
went and turned away, that's another strikeout.
Some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
So good round there between Clinton and Walter. Now it's Clinton and PPF now.
Runs a bit inside for ball one.
Yeah, though, like the old saying goes, something's got to give. As Mr. PPF is now going one-on-one with Clinton.
And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Strikeout looking,
From
yeah.
an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
And now
And, well, not going to swing at that.
Ball, it's 2-1.
And now Clinton is now down 3-1 with 3 balls, 1 strike.
A base runner run so far.
Braves are still looking to break into the hit column here.
And he gets it.
That's the first hit
for Atlanta, and they have a man on board.
Base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms
Well,
it.
PPF got him that time.
111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
All right, so now it's Charlie Morton and Clinton.
Standing in now, Charlie Morton.
And what going for the well, goes for the sacrifice as they move the runner up to second.
Back to the top of the order now, and that brings forward Ronald Acuna Jr.
And and I didn't realize that the name of the mascot is called Blooper. Anyway, now Ronald Acuna already 0 for 1 so far. And then PPF's like, yes, 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 yes.
Nothing our score.
Like, did PPF all of a sudden turn into Dane O'Brien or Brian Danielson?
A strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man.
All right, so 1-1 is the count. Ron Ladd Acuna Jr. Who's Ron Ladd?
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to
Oh,
drive, but that ball was a little
yes,
too far
Ronald
up in the
McDonald
zone.
Acuna
That's one
Jr.,
you
yes.
normally pop
Anyway,
right up.
he hits this one, but Elmeister gets to it, and they get the out at first. Good job there by Elmeister.
So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on.
Well, each team has a hit, but they don't have a run yet.
And we are tied 0-0.
Somebody had to.
All set for the start of the inning.
Well, coming up next is John.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
And so far, John not going to swing at anything. He wants to get a good hit. He might get it right here.
These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
And well, good shot there, but a bit foul.
Now the 2-1.
Swing and a miss, and now it's 2-2. And fouls it off again, does John. And now John is going to try to make Charlie Morton work for it. Swing and a miss, and John goes down again. 5 strikeouts for Charlie Morton.
Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Grounded to the right.
And he hits it right to the first baseman. He gives it right to the pitcher, and that's 2 down.
Digging in next.
All right.
Worked a walk his first time up.
Well, so far, Voit got himself a walk last time, so we'll see if he can get a hit this time.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home.
And, ooh, good shot there, but fouled.
Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. 2 balls and a strike to the Yankees.
And a bit outside, and that is 2-1. Fouls it off. I mean, you just get the feeling that if the Yankees can somehow find a way to break Morton, then they'll break this game open.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch.
And he hits this one, and is it going to stay? Oh, so close. It just went foul. And he fouls off another one, but oh my goodness, that was so close.
3 balls and 2 strikes, the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Hits another one, but also fouls that off. Well, now Voit is starting to make Morton work for this one.
But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
The next 3-2.
Swing and a miss, and that's going to end it. But wow, I mean they made Charlie Morton work for that one. But it still is scoreless after 3.5 innings.
With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning.
All right, so we have Freddie Freeman, who sadly for the Braves will not be coming back. Although at least Freddie gave the fans, you know, a proper send-off. And what a hit! But then Voit was able to catch it on a line drive, so that's it for Freeman. 1 down. Yeah, I definitely hate it too. Although it also depends on what team you're on.
If he tries to cheat to something this age.
But still, I mean.
First pitch coming, here it is. And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
All right, well now Clinton, I also should go back to Clinton. Right now he's at 40 pitches, so he's in good shape.
And he fouls this one off.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch.
So now Clinton has a chance to put Ozuna away right here. Although not with that pitch, though. A bit too far away from the heart of the plate. He hits it, but it's foul. And with most memorable home run, a 2-run, 3-run grand slam. Let's see, most memorable. I would say the. That's a good question, though. I would say the 3-run walk-off in the 1993 World Series Game 6, in which the Blue Jays won against the Philadelphia Phillies. And I remember it was Joe Carter who hit that. And they said, "Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run than that."
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
I mean, a lot of other people would say the Babe's called shot against the Chicago Cubs. I think it was 1932, I believe. I could be wrong about that one. Also, hello, Joker.
Comes set and the 0-1.
And just like that, it's 0-2. Okay, so he's been with 3 teams, though. Interesting.
Every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
This is in the air out to
and good center. Hit there, but instead it's caught by Empian John, and after 4 innings, it is still 0-0. Elmeister coming up in the middle of that lineup. Yes, he did have some memorable home runs, but the one will always be his called shot.
I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he said they just aren't putting enough competitive at-bats together right now. They've certainly gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so he said they have to change their mentality at the plate. They can't accept that they're running into good pitching and therefore don't stand a chance. He wants to see his guys simplify their approach and battle at the plate to at least put the ball in play.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder, Gleyber Torres.
Judge's 31st home run in the 2017 season against Seattle was it. See, I don't remember that one because I was kind of out of sports at that time. I was so busy with college, given that it was my final semester at that time.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot.
So really, I did not get back into sports proper until 2020, I believe. And you know, it's like you don't know what you have until it's gone, really.
Ground ball left side.
Ground ball, and Rob gets to it, and they get him out at first. So 1 down. And up next is the man who is, this is by far the only man to get a hit off of Charlie Morton. Can he get another? Well, probably not if Morton walks him that way. How many baseball players do you know can hit the ball deep in Safeco Field? Oh yeah, it was called T-Mobile Park now. I would say Ken Griffey, really. You know, just because Ken Griffey was the man at that time. You know, not just before, but also, or actually no. I'm thinking of the Kingdom, really, but I mean, really the only one I could think of is Edgar Martinez, and a swing and a miss, and they'll have to throw him out, and they do. 2 down. I mean, New York just not getting anything going.
Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ooh, good shot, but foul.
Down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Yeah, Atlanta's doing good, at least keeping
Bases are empty here.
New York off the scoreboard. But so far, but of course, Atlanta themselves have not been able to get anything going either.
Missed 2-1.
What we're seeing here is a guy getting pitched to very carefully. It doesn't matter that there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's a threat to score even when he's standing in the batter's box.
All right, 2-1 is the count. And he hits it right up the middle, but instead, they get him out at first. Great play there by, I believe that was Albies? Or Ozuna, I couldn't see who that is. But it's still 0-0 at the end of 4.5. So now we are literally at the halfway point here.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager Brian Snicker during the commercial
McCoy and
break.
Super Nacho are
And he
doing the
told
show
me overall, he's not
at
happy with
11
the
p.m.
at-bats they're
tonight.
putting together.
11 p.m.
They've
Eastern, I
managed
take it.
one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk.
Well, so far it's been awesome for the pitching and defense, but not so much for the hitting.
Ready to go for the last half
Oh,
of the
Ozzy
inning.
Albies, okay.
Standing in as the switch-hitting second baseman, Ozzy Albies.
Ozuna is the put field, or
Here's the
outfield.
first pitch.
Ooh, almost hit him, though. Well, again, Clinton is at halfway with 50 pitches, so he's in good shape.
And he won't bite at that.
But not if he keeps throwing balls like that.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The 2-0. And right into
He
the
hits
shift.
it, but he hits it right to Luke Voigt, and he'll just do it himself. One down.
Now to the plate. Here is
Now we get back to Rob Parks.
first pitch on the way.
And certainly not going to swing at that one.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors so far for Atlanta.
Yep, Walter is on deck at this time.
Here's a
And he
blue
hits
fly
it,
toward left center.
and it bloops and drops in. That's a hit for Rob Parks.
So only the second hit he's given up tonight.
Yeah, Matt, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first. So as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
Now to
All
the
right,
plate,
so
Walter
here we have
Johnson,
Walter, who
went
struck
down
out
on
against
strikes in his
Clinton.
last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
All right, so now Walter and Clinton, part 2.
Set, here it comes.
And a strikeout, or not a strikeout, sorry, a strike to begin.
You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Parks stands at first with
All right, so 0-1 is the count in favor of Clinton, and ooh,
runner back safely.
making sure that he doesn't try to steal anything.
Inside.
And ooh, pitches inside, and Walter like, what are you trying to do, hit me? I mean, of course, Walter Johnson came through, and he hits it. Well, they get the out at first. However, Rob manages to advance to second, so while Wally is 0 for 2, Rob is now at second base, so a base hit single for PPF could score Rob here.
Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
For most people, being down 0-1 would seem like a lot, but this guy is such a good hitter. He doesn't care going deep in the count. He's got runners on base. He has a game plan every time he comes.
All right,
to the
now
plate.
1-1.
Let's see how this one plays out.
1-1 the count.
Now PPF already has a hit, so If he can get another one.
Here it is. Flying toward right center.
And he does.
This is into the alley.
This might score him, and it will.
The throw into second. But he'll get in there
Well,
with an
safe
RBI
at second, and PPF comes through and scores a run. Gets a nice RBI for his efforts there.
He doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on
So
second,
great hit
and
there
it's
by
gonna be
PPF
a
as he
teammate
bats in a
the
run.
dugout.
And he's in scoring position.
At the plate now, Charlie Morton. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses.
So
for
great
1.
Great hit there by
This guy's just
PPF,
gifted him with a two-out
but and
RBI,
Atlanta
he's
now
got a
has
chance
the
to
lead.
help himself, too.
And then PPF is like, yes, 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 yes.
Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
Outside.
And now Clinton, now at 3-0.
This guy's been absolutely cruising. The pitcher comes to the plate. You're thinking it's an easy out. You lose focus, let your guard down for a second. And now he's got a 3-ball count.
Now Clinton's going to have to really dig down deep.
3-0. Here it is.
Also, hey, what's up, Ashley Princess?
Runner at second. On the ground to the right side.
And, well, it gets past him. And,
And he's out.
oh, they got him. They caught him at home. Ah, can't even talk. What I was trying to say was Aaron Judge with a outfield assist, and they got him, tagged him at home. Yep, they tagged PPF before he could tag the plate, and they got him out. Great play there.
Now in the box, Clinton Buckeye to start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that.
Anyway, I apologize for the botching here.
The hitting coach right here, Matty. I'm telling the offense to get
Ah.
aggressive. Just seems like we've been
There we
going
go.
too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound.
Well, right
So I
now,
would tell him get
New
overly
York is
aggressive
down
on the
1-0,
heater in the middle
so
of the plate early.
they'll have to make some sort of run if they're going to make, if they're going to tie this, not only this game, but also to tie the series. Yes, Clinton is batting. That is why you don't run to home plate with Aaron Judge having that arm. Absolutely. I mean, he's got a cannon for an arm. Swing and a miss. But gotta go, TJ. We'll catch the rest on the replay. All right, well, not a problem then.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
And he's
Swing and a miss.
Strikeout number 8 now.
I mean, Charlie Morton he's now up to 8 strikeouts, so great game there by Charlie.
There, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Braves got one scored, but this isn't going to be any different.
Into the box, Gio Urshela. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
But just want you to know that you're in action today. Okay. Well, I hope I catch it, and if I don't, it's probably because I'm at work.
This will wind up being a foul ball.
All right, so foul ball.
The windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
Swing right there, and that tells us
So
what
yeah,
we need to know.
I hope I catch it live, but if not, it's going to be because I'm at work. So there you go.
For the ball game.
And 9 strikeouts for Charlie Morton. Morton is on a roll.
That was his 9th of the game. If you're striking out 1 or more an inning, you're throwing the ball pretty well.
Yes, or streaming yourself. Oh, okay.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. As the
Swing and a miss. So far, Judge has been sat down twice already with 2 strikeouts. Yes, a very low-scoring game, but it could always bust open. But anyway, how's everything going in Prince Mario land? Fouls it off.
There's the heavy sinker right there. What makes that pitch so difficult to hit is
but anyway, I am happy to I understand that Prince Mario has well, anyway, caught swinging, and that's the end of that inning. But anyway, I was about to say I'm happy to see Prince Mario in making a resurgence is what I was trying to get at. Yeah, Morton does deserve a lot of credit for the strikeouts that he's gotten. Absolutely.
First pitch coming, here it is. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
And, well, Acuna went for a bunt attempt, but by missing, he gets a strike. But yeah, I'm happy that, you know, Prince Mario is making a resurgence, is what I was trying to get at. And if you haven't, do check out Prince Mario when you get the chance. He doesn't make a lot of content, but what he does, it's awesome. You know, he does a great job with this content. And a strikeout for Clinton. And for Clinton, that is his 6th strikeout.
That good straight changeup El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Well, up next is Freddie Freeman.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman.
He hits it. Elmeister gets to it, and they get the out at first. 2 down. Thanks for the kind words. I really am trying to post all I can. I am now trying YouTube Shorts. I only have 1 short so far, but
from the stretch.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
2 out, nobody on. And it's
fouls it off, and it is 1-1.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Slider clocked
Now 1-2 onto the top part of the corner.
His slider's been impressive all night long.
And so far, Clinton has not had an inning where he has pitched or has had 20 pitches or more. So far, Clinton doing pretty well pitch-wise. But now the count is 2-2.
2-2. Grounded to third.
Hits it right to third, and they'll get him out. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. But right now, New York has to start making a run right here. They only have 1 hit to their name.
Striding in is John.
Well, up next is my good friend, MBN John. Or should I say Big Match John.
When both starting pitchers have it working, neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings.
So now it's the top of the 7th. And he dribbles it. And wow, John beat the throw. So it's a base hit running. Well, first of all, he taps it at least just enough to, you know, consider the ball live. And then by the time Darno got to it, John had beaten the throw. So So John was able to get a hit with his legs. So great job there by John.
It always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
But up next is Stanton. That's a guy that's really going to have to step up. He's got to get something big here. If not, at least get a hit.
Right here, the double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later.
Well, now the Braves bullpen is busy with Chris Martin and A.J. Minter. I'm also going to check to see if... okay.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get
Also kind of was having a bit of dry mouth, so can't have that. So, all right, feel much better now.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes now.
All right, so 1-2 is the count. So now Stanton has got to protect. And, well, of course he was smart enough not to swing at that high pitch there. Excuse me.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
And fouls that off. Count remains the same. If nothing else, I mean, Stanton is going to try to make Morton work for this one. And he swings and misses a bit too low.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys.
11 strikeouts for Charlie Morton.
Number 1 is straining him on base, and now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
At the plate, Luke Boyd, as he rips it on the ground to second.
And while John was able to advance a base, they were unable to get another base runner, so now it's 2 down with a runner at second. So really, for Torres, he's got to get a big hit here. A well-placed hit will score John.
Plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
Ready with the 0-1.
And a bit too inside, and not going to swing at that is Torres. 1-1. And swinging it with a why would you swing at that? I mean, great pitch there by Morton, but why would you swing at that if you're Torres? Yeah, John was attempting to steal second, but yeah, Stanton was unable to take advantage of it, or was it? I forgot who it was after. Oh no, that was Voigt who ended up grounding out to first. All right, so now a 2-2 is the count. Not Morton, sorry. Torres has got to protect. He does hit it, but can they get him? No! Torres able to beat out the throw, and now they have runners on the corners. They have runners at first and third. So now Morton may be in trouble. I mean, he is up to, he's 5 pitches away from 100, so, and you have the guy that hit a double, so now, if you're Elmeister, this is a big hit to at least tie the game.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
Fouls it off. 0-1.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
0-1. Ooh, good hit, but fouled off.
He was absolutely all over that that fair.
And a bit too inside, and Elmeister will not swing at that. 1-2. 2 outs. And he pops it up, and that's out. Oh my goodness. And the Yankees cannot buy a run. They just can't get anything.
Braves lead this one 1-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Travis d'Arnaud. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. The pop-up was the last thing that Elmeister wanted.
The side has been really impressive.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he just keeps
swing and a miss by d'Arnaud, but wow. How close do you have to be if you're the Yankees to get that close to getting a run? Anyway, 0-2 already in the favor of Clinton. Right now, Clinton is pitch-wise in good shape. I don't know how long Charlie Morton's going to be able to last, but foul off. Count still the same, but and he hits it right to Elmeister, but Elmeister will get him at first. 1 down. So far, Albies also 0 for 2. He's 1 for 6 in the entire series thus far.
First pitch on its way.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Swing and a miss.
1-1 count now.
1-1.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
And a changeup that goes a bit too low.
And this is foul.
Fouls it off.
Right off the arm of the catcher behind the plate. Ouch. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Now the payoff pitch home, and he loses him on a breaking ball.
And a walk for Albies, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's Clinton's first walk he's ever given up.
So now into the box is.
But now we have Rob Parks, who got himself a hit and was the one that scored the run after PPF hit him in. So if you're Clinton, this is a guy that you got to watch out for.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Changed up on
0-2.
in for a called strike.
And for the bullpen, you have Darren O'Day and Justin Wilson.
Start to get loose. Working for the punch out and the offering.
And wow, got him looking, and that might have been a bit too low, but if you're Clinton, you'll just take whatever you can get. So 7 strikeouts for Clinton.
Hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
All right, so now we are back to Walter Johnson and flipping, part 3. 0-1 is the start, or 0-1 is the count, excuse me, after that strike. Now, of course, Walter was the guy that hit that 3-run home run in Game 1. So far, he's been quiet.
Count. Here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Now the count is 1-1.
And a change-up here.
And back-to-back balls. A bit too low. He's going to have to levitate it a little bit more, is Clinton. And he hits it, but he hits it right to Aaron Judge.
Braves strand one, but they're on top 1-0.
Well, coming up next is Gary, Sanchez, and as well as Clinton.
And now here is Gary Sanchez. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Pitch number 100 on its way. Now action in the bullpen.
Judge gets the out. Case closed. Well, here, but then in the bullpen we have A.J. Minter and Will Smith, the guy that gets jiggy with it.
The 1-0.
I have to think that, you know, when we get to the top of the 9th, if the Braves are still in the lead, then they'll send out Will Smith. But if it turns into a tie, or if the Yankees manage to get ahead, then A.J. Minter will be called up.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Well off the inside.
Now it's 3-1, and Charlie Morton is still on the mound. I mean, yes, he does have a shutout in his favor, and a good shot, but it starts to hook foul.
This is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Into the windup, ready with the
Full count, and he popped it up. And Darnold is able to get there, and that's 1 down.
To a pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
And it looks like Clinton will be taken out of the game as DJ LeMahieu comes in, who has just been stone cold. 0.77 batting average. I mean, he just has not had a good postseason, has LeMahieu. But if he can get a big hit, all will be forgiven.
One out, nobody on.
And, wow, he does in fact get a hit.
Hit into center field.
All right, so 1 down, a runner at first, and LeMahieu perhaps with the biggest hit thus far. Well, I'll tell you what, though. He definitely silenced me because he managed to get the hit. And it now looks like we have a pitching change coming up. All right, so it looks like Chris Martin is up next.
Following the double switch. B Swanson will also come on now.
I mean, right now they're not ready for Will Smith just yet, so they still have to warm him up a little bit more. But now Urshela, who himself is 0 for 3, but as stated with LeMahieu, all will be forgiven if he can come up with a big hit, or at the very least get on base.
Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
1-0 delivery.
And
Shot hit down the corner.
is he going to get this?
And that nearly
Oh,
him on
foul!
board. Instead, it's a
That's twice they were that close. That's why I wasn't going to say it unless it was going to happen. And fouls it off again.
Not easy to continue an AB after you just went deep foul.
B Swanson is on the field. Swing and a miss. 2 down.
slider there, 2 away.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture.
Yeah, the pitch count was high, of course.
Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Now, of course, they would have kept him in if he was on a no-hitter or a perfect game. But in this case, that was not the case. Just making sure I don't miss any of my messages. All right, so 0-1. Well, now it's 0-2. And Judge, thus far, is 0 for 3, and as I've said, all will be forgiven if the Judge can come through. Well, he's not going to swing at that, and for good reason.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece.
Swing and a miss.
It's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. 1 left for the Yankees. It remains 1-0.
Incredible.
On to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Up next is O'Day. Thus far, he has an ERA of 3.38. He's going to have to step it up, especially given that this is the second to last offensive inning for the Atlanta Braves. And up next is PPF, who is 2 for 2.
First pitch of the AB on its way. O'Day still playing here at age 38. He's in the midst of his 14th Major League season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
And it's 1-1.
All right, so count is 1-1.
Right side.
And a hit, and it gets past Elmeister. Elmeister, a very fast guy, but could not get to that one. And already PPF is on a hot streak. He's 3 for 3 so far.
Leading off for the boys, this guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. And the runner will get back standing.
Yeah, you would think so, although some are very good at it, but not very many can do that.
Here that misses for ball 1. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago.
And have a single run on the last inning. Yeah, that's what they need. It's easier said than done, though. Well, up next is B Swanson, who is hitting .750 in this postseason.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 1-1 is taken for a ball.
Now the count is 2-1. Not many can pitch sidearm. That's absolutely true. Not many can do it.
He'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And the ones that do, you either have to have some really good stuff or you have some, tricks up your sleeve, because, if you're a one-dimensional pitcher, you're not gonna last very long. And well, John gets the out, and the runner at first will stay at first.
1 away for the Braves here in inning number 8. And that brings forward Ronald Acuna Jr. Here's the first pitch.
And almost hit him,
To start things out, looked at for ball 1.
but got out of the way, so 1-0.
It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
I mean, right now the Braves do have a 1-0 lead.
The 1-0.
But Walter realizes that, you know, a 1-0 lead is not a very safe lead.
The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game.
Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Swinging strike.
I mean, he had to. I'm going to give him benefit.
I mean, time is running short for New York, so, you know, but they have to get through this half inning first. Now it's 3-1.
Freddie Freeman there. He'll hit next. The 3-1.
And he hits this, and this might be a double. That might score a run here. And that's going to be a triple for Ronald Acuna Jr. And Atlanta scores another run.
Pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo.
Well,
tying the game up.
it ain't over till it is over.
Comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Yep, Braves win this. They win the World Series, and it's all over. Yes.
The 1-0.
Swing and a miss.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by that infield.
2 balls in the strike
And
to Freeman.
2 consecutive balls thrown.
Great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Now the 2-1. Will not catch.
And so far, O'Day is having trouble locating his pitches, or at least getting Freeman to swing.
And we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Yes, the Yankees do need a lot of help.
3-1.
And he hits this. Oh, stopped. And they get him out at first. However, Atlanta manages to score another run. I mean, great stop there by the shortstop, but they're unable to stop that run that came from third base. But they do get the out at second. So nice sacrifice hit there by Atlanta.
Stepping in now, Marcelo Zuna. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far. Now a ball slapped hard.
And he hits this, and it falls down. Another hit. Now, I mean, they're just having a field day on O'Day.
Wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
To the plate now, Travis d'Arnaud. As he'll watch a slider that stays
So far,
inside
d'Arnaud
the
has
bounced out
is really the only one that has yet to get a hit. And I mean, the anticipation is high. I mean, you'd imagine for the people in Atlanta, they know that they have this game in hand. But they've also seen in the past how, you know, that doesn't really mean anything. And what I mean by that is you could be in the lead by 3 runs, but if you're not able to hold it,
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch.
it doesn't really mean much. So you gotta, so for them, you know, once they get back on defense, or on the field, that's where it's going to count. I mean, you can score all the runs you want, but if you can't stop the other team, it doesn't mean anything. However, d'Arnaud does get a walk, and so far O'Day is just not getting anything done.
When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Jonathan Loaiziga enters here.
Loaiziga coming in, and now he'll have to clean up the mess that O'Day has put the Yankees in. They were already down by 1 run, but he's already given up 2.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. Lifetime versus this arm. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. First pitch is a changeup high, ball 1.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing.
Let me, I have something to go get, so I'll be right back.
Time to make some great pitches.
Ozuna over at second. d'Arnaud on at first with 2 down. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. 1-1. His fastball that misses.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Lined into right, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try to do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
Christian Pache will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 25, Christian.
First pitch of the AB now. Pull the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. And with every base occupied, a big hit here could really put this one out of reach. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Hey guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, if you don't get to head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
Fastball well outside.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Swing and a miss at a ball tailing out of the zone, 2-2.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. It's the Braves 3 and the Yankees nothing. Will Smith comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. John will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
Here's the first pitch.
Ball that side. Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
The 1-0. And he takes a cold strike 1.
someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and start the line moving again.
Okay, we're back. Yep, they're still ahead, but, you know, we all know that the Yankees can come back. And on the mound right now is is Will Smith, the man that can get jiggy with it. Swing and a miss, and already a strikeout for Will Smith.
Braves are into their bullpen now as there are
1 down,
numbers for
2 to go.
He really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
Really strong outing, Matty V.
But for Charlie Morton,
Without allowing a run,
wow,
in line for the win,
what a game.
and he certainly
And if
deserves
this
to
holds
win
up,
this one.
he'll be remembered for a great performance.
Any better
Absolutely.
innings 1 through 8 than he did in this one.
Stanton
Into the box now.
gets it,
Giancarlo
and he
Stanton.
manages to get a single.
Find its way into center field for a
Now we have a
one-out hit.
runner at first. I mean, it sounds legit, really. I mean, I'm not that familiar with Lozai. I can't even pronounce his last name. But I can't. But yeah, I'm not that familiar, so
Right here in Georgia, he was selected
So
in the
I
seventh
believe
round
it.
during the 2008 draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
and he smacks it,
Well hit.
and but he does not hit it far enough, and PPF gets to it. What? 2 down, 1 to go. Loiziga. So yeah, I'm not that familiar with Loiziga. Huh?
Here's the first pitch. Lifted down the line in left, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And that misses 1-1.
All right, so what do you mean if the Yankees choke? You're probably saying the Braves, you mean. All right, so 1 strike away. 1 strike away.
Well-executed fastball down the way, and that's exactly what that is. He swings it down.
Fouls it
that's
off.
The end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
If the Yankees choke here, I'm pretty sure you meant to say the Braves, because the Braves are the ones in the lead. Another foul off.
Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Just staying alive.
And Torres is still trying to fight it off.
Again, another foul ball.
I mean, if nothing else, he is driving up the pitch count for Will Smith.
Between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
Ready with another 2-strike offering.
And he hits this one,
Straightaway right.
but it is not enough. It's over.
And the Braves are back on top. They're the World Series champions.
And just like they did in real life, the Braves are the World Series champions. Walter Johnson, PPF,
World Series title in front of the home crowd.
Autism Rob, or Rob Parks, and Chris Clark are all going to get jiggy with it tonight.
Remember forever, they are the World Series champions.
So let's see, what else do we have here in this cutscene here?
Back now on the show. More reactions now to this series.
So now Walter Johnson is a Super Bowl champion and now a World Series champion. And PPF is also a World Series champion now, along with Rob Parks and Chris Clark. And for the Braves, that is their 4th World Series championship.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base.
So what more can be said? I think another notable player that should be given the due is PPF, but of course, Charlie Morton had 11 strikeouts.
2 hours and 39 minutes.
And what more is there to say about it?
That Coolidge Park, 41,500. The Braves thank you for your continued support.
Yeah, first in 26 years IRL, so it is only fitting that they win the World Series IRL, or in this game as they did IRL, is what I was trying to say. I can't talk. Yep, that's the end of the postseason, so now we can just exit out. Well, folks, that's going to do it for the World Series, and as much as I would like to keep going, I got to stop and then eventually get ready to go to work. So, but I will say this: do stay tuned this weekend for the Super Bowl on the Madden series, and we'll find out which team is going to win there. I know that Brandon and Jose are going to be in it, and then who else? Oh yeah, and Super Mario Under is going to be in it. Wrong Button's going to be in it. JT Price is going to be in it. Elmeister, Diamond Light, Najee, Greg Harris, and Jamar Games. They're all going to be in the Super Bowl. But for Walter, this was your crowning achievement, so congratulations to you and the Braves. And as for the next time that we get back, we are going to have a draft. And the reason for the draft is to just simply make it so that each team has 3 people on their roster, and that that no one team is so stupidly overpowered it's not even funny. So, with that said, this is the Blue Toad to Jew 22 signing off, saying goodbye, and I will see you guys this weekend. Until then, stay safe. God bless, and have a happy holiday. Peace and good vibes. And, okay, well, I can't exit until this loads, so. But congratulations to the Braves. What more can be said about it?
Downtown Toronto at Rogers Center, getting you set for this edition of Baseball on the Show. Today, a matchup of...
All right, there we go. Also, hey, speaking of Jamar Games, I'll see you on Jamar. I'll see you this weekend for the Super Bowl, but you just came in at the very end of the show, so. But nonetheless, though, stay tuned for that. Have a great day, everybody, and take good care. Peace.